Hello and welcome. Join me for some gentle exercises to build up your core strength. Come into a seated position with your feet flat on the mat. Get hold of your thighs. Sit up tall and round your back. Bring your chin towards your chest. Suck your belly in. And again, sit up tall and start to round your back. Chin to chest, suck in your belly. A few more like this. Lift and round. Lift and round. One more. Lift and round. Lift up again. Same thing. Arms extended this time. You're lifting and you're rounding your back. Bringing your chin towards your chest. And again, you're lifting up and round your back. Chin to chest. Release the shoulders. Lift and round. One more. Lift and round. Lift up again. Get hold of your thighs. We come laying down on the back. So lifting up, lengthen through the crown of the head. Start to round your back and slowly, slowly, with control, you're lowering all the way down. Arms up by your side. Bring your feet a little bit closer towards you. Press your feet down and then lift your hips up. So starting to tuck your tailbone under, pressing your lower back down, and your hips come up. And then slowly release until you feel the natural curve of your spine again. And again, so tucking your tailbone under, lower back is pressed down, and you're lifting your hips up just a little bit. And then slowly lower them down, release completely, and feel the natural curve of your spine. Two more like this. Lifting and lowering. Pelvic tilts, and one more, and lower. We will add on to that. So again, you're doing a pelvic tilt. This time you raise your hips higher. Raise your lower, middle, and part of your upper back up. Stay here. Feet are grounded. Press them down. You're one straight line from your shoulders through your hip bones to your knees. Holding here. Squeeze your glutes. And then slowly, slowly, as slowly as you can, vertebra for vertebra, you lower down all the way. Once you're down, you're releasing completely and you feel the natural curve of your spine again. And again, you're starting with a pelvic tilt. Raise your hips, lower back, middle back, upper back up, and lower down again. One more like this, rolling up. And replace the spine onto your mat again as slowly and mindfully as you can and release completely. Take your arms next to your ears. If you have the space, your arms are straight. Holding here. And again, we start with a pelvic tilt. Raise your hips, lower back, middle back, upper back up. And slowly lower down again. And release completely. Again, lift up. Lower down. One more like this. Roll up. And roll down. And release completely. Now gently, gently bring your lower back onto the mat. So you're doing a tiny, tiny tilt with the hips. Interlace your hands behind your head. Lift your head up. Keep your head heavy in your hands. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lift your shoulders and your upper back up. Bring your gaze towards your knees and then slowly lower down to a hover. So you're inhaling here. On your exhale, you're lifting up. Inhale, lower down to a hover. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, lowering. Keep going. Move slowly and mindfully, using your inhales and exhales. Keep going. Keep a distance between your chin and your chest. Your elbows maintain the same distance. So as you're coming up, you're not bringing your elbows forward, you keep them apart. And you should slowly feel something in your core. Let's do 2 more here. Keeping your hips absolutely still. And then last one. And release. Take a moment here. Release your spine so you feel the natural curve again. And again, lower back is gently lowering down towards the mat, or onto the mat rather. Lift your head up, head is heavy in your hands. We're twisting. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you twist towards the right, just a little bit. Inhale back to the center and exhale to the left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Keep going. Again, you're moving with your breath, moving slowly and mindfully. Keep your feet grounded. Your knees are not moving. Your hips are not moving. Your hips are absolutely still. Your elbows keep the same distance. So as you're twisting, you're not pulling on the elbow to go deeper into the twist. It doesn't matter how deep you twist. A small twist is fine as long as you're moving slowly with grace and mindfully. It's all good. So let's do one more round. And next time you have twisted towards your left, you're coming to the center and lowering down and releasing completely. Keep your hands behind your head, as if you're resting. Then float your right leg up into tabletop position and your left leg. Bring your knees a little bit closer towards your chest so your lower back is on the mat. Now keep your lower back on the mat. Move your knees further away from you. See how far you can go. And then keep a 90-degree angle behind your knees. Lower your right toes down towards the mat. Lift your leg up again. And then your left toes. Lift them up. Right. Lift them up. Left. Lift them up. And bring your knees towards your chest. If you feel you're arching your back, keep your movement smaller, or you can lift your head up, but keep your head heavy in your hands so you're not pulling on your neck. So come again into your tabletop position. Bring your knees a little bit apart, feet a little bit apart. And then tap your right toes down towards the mat and bring them up. And then your left toes and bring them up. So see how that feels, maybe with the head off the mat. If you want to go deeper, you can also tap your toes down, so your toes are actually touching the mat. But make sure your lower back stays grounded. If you're starting to arch your back, keep your movement small. And maybe bring your knees closer towards your chest. And then release. Hug your knees towards your chest. We will repeat that. So you decide if you want to keep your head down. If it hurts your neck, you do that, or you lift your head up. Bring your legs into tabletop position. And then take an inhale here. On your exhale, you tap your right toes down towards the mat or onto the mat. Inhale up and exhale. Left toes. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up and exhale left. Keep going. Do a few more here. Remember, if your head is in your hands, your head is heavy. So not pulling on your neck. If it hurts your neck, try release your head down. Your lower back is grounded. You're not arching as you're tapping. Move slowly using your breath. So do one more round, finishing with the left leg, and then release. Bring your knees towards your chest. We'll combine the toe taps with the twist. So hands interlaced behind your head. Bring your legs into a tabletop position. Raise your head up. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're twisting towards the right and your left toes tap towards or onto the mat. Come up on your inhale and exhale, go to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. We'll do a few more. As always, make sure your lower back is grounded. You're moving with control. Don't twist too much. Keep the same distance between your elbows. So as you're twisting, you're not pulling. You do not need to touch your knees, not at all. Keep the twist small. Do one more round. And you're finishing with a twist towards the left. And release. Hug your knees into your chest, roll from side to side a few times. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. They don't have to be straight, so bent knees is fine. Arms up by your side. And then slowly lower down your right leg towards the mat. Bring your right leg up. And then your left leg lower down. And come up. And the right leg lowers. And the left. And then take a break. Bring your knees towards your chest. So see what happened in your spine. If you feel you're arching, you keep the movements small, make them smaller. You can also place your hands underneath your hips as an extra support and protection. Okay, so let's do another round. So raise your legs up. Maybe you want to have them straight this time. You decide. And then slowly lower down your right leg. Come up. And your left leg. And come up. And maybe you want to try to go a little bit further away with that leg. So the leg lowers down a little bit further. You decide. Let's do one more round here. Finishing with the left. And release. Bring your knees towards your chest. We will do one more round using our breathing. So bring your legs up. Take an inhale. On your exhale, your right leg lowers. Inhale up. And exhale, left leg lowers. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. One more round. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And release. Hug your knees towards your chest. Interlace your hands behind your head again. Lift your head up. Make your head heavy in your hands. Lift your legs up. We'll twist and lower down the leg. So take an inhale here. On your exhale, you twist towards the right and your left leg lowers down. Inhale up and exhale to the other side. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Keep your twist small and keep going. Move slowly with control. So keep your hips grounded. And we'll do one more round, finishing with a twist towards the left. And release. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll from side to side. And start to rock forwards and backwards until you are in a seated position. Bring your legs around over towards your right. Got it? Okay, so your hands are on the mat on your left side. Walk your hands forward a little bit more and place your forearms down. Straighten out your right leg. You there? And then lift your right leg up. Lift it higher and lower. Lift and lower. For 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release completely. So you should feel this in your obliques, a little bit in your back as well. Now bend your knee. Same thing. So right leg is bent and then lift and lower. Small movement. Lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and release. Switching sides. Bring your legs around to the left. Place your hands onto the mat. Walk your hands forward a little bit and place your forearms down. Straighten out your left leg. You're there? Lift your foot up and then lift the leg and lower. Small lift, lift and lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bend your left leg now. So left knee is bent. Same thing. You're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Small lift and lower for 7 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Since we're here, why don't we do a forearm plank? So bring your legs back, lower down your thighs, your hips and your belly. So you're in a Sphinx pose. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel to each other. Your fingers are spread. And bring your chin towards your chest, round your back, suck in your belly, squeeze your glutes. And then release your belly down towards the mat. Bring your gaze forward, shoulders away from your ears. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And again, you're rounding and lifting. Stay here for a moment. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. One more. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Okay, holding here. Keeping your knees down. Lift your hips up. Lift your thighs up. You may want to adjust your knees a little bit if they're too far or too close. Holding here. Your tailbone is long. Your ribs are together, so you're not collapsing here. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Come to your Sphinx pose again. Now take your hands, place them where your elbows were, so next to your chest. Spread your fingers, engage your glutes, lift up into a low cobra. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower down. Again, you're lifting up into a low cobra. Hold here, shoulders away from your ears, neck is long, elbows bending backwards, and then slowly lower down. Let's make this a flowing movement. So coming up on an inhale into a cobra, and exhale, lower down. Again, lift up, inhale, and exhale, lower. One more lift, and lower. Now if you're happy with the low cobra, you stick with that, or you walk your hands back a little bit. Press your hands into the mat, lift your torso up, and then lift up your belly as well. Elbows bent backwards, shoulders away from your ears. Your glutes are squeezed. Holding here, and then slowly lower down. Again, you're slowly lifting up into your cobra. Glutes engaged, shoulders away from your ears, elbows bending backwards, and slowly lower down. Let's make this a flowing movement again. On an inhale, you're pressing up, rolling up, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, press, and exhale, lower down. One more, press, and lower down. Good. Arms are by your side. Just give them a little break. Roll your hips from side to side a few times. And take your hands next to your chest again. Your nose is hovering just above your mat. Neck is long. Keep your knees down. Lift your belly, your hips, your thighs, your chest off the mat at the same time. And then lower down. Let's do that again. 2 more times. You're pressing yourself up. Lower down. One more. Press up. Now you're holding here. You're in a plank with the knees down. Hold here. Observe yourself. Press the floor away from you. Neck is long. Triceps move towards each other. Your elbow crease is swinging forward. Your tailbone is long. Ribs are together. Hold here. And then slowly lower down. Arms are by your side and roll your hips from side to side a few times. Again, place your hands next to your chest. Press yourself up. Hold here. You're welcome to stay here with the knees on the mat, or you have your toes tucked under and you lift your knees off the mat, hold your plank, neck is long, tailbone is long, ribs together. So neither sinking your hips down, nor you're sticking your bum up. Hold here for 3 more, 2, and then lower down your knees and come into a child's pose. And release. Well done. Rest your forehead onto your hands. Pull your hips from side to side a few times. And then come into a seated position. So swing your legs around and you're sitting down. Place your feet flat on the mat. Extend your arms forward. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Take an inhale. On your exhale, lower down a little bit. So your lower back is rounding. However, keep your chest, your sternum lifted, shoulders away from your ears. Holding here, and then take your arms to the side. Hold here, and then take your arms forward again. And slowly, slowly come back up. Again, extend your arms forward, lengthen here, and then slowly, slowly start to round your lower back to lean back. Hold here. Bring your right leg up. Place your right foot down. Left leg comes up. Place it down. And it again. The right leg and then the left leg. If this is too much for your arms, you can place them on your thighs. So you're marching and you should feel your core muscles working. Let's do 1 more round. And release. Hug your knees, round your back. Take a moment here. And again, lifting up. Extend your arms forward. Lean back slightly. So your lower back is rounded. However, the chest sternum is lifted. Shoulders are away from your ears. Float your right leg up. Then your left leg. Hold here for 5. You can also get hold of your thighs. 4. Chest stays lifted. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head. 2 more. And 1. Place your feet down and release. And again, lift up. Extend your arms forward. Lengthen through the crown of the head. You're leaning back slightly. Bring one leg up. Bring the other leg up. Holding here in your bird pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One foot down and then the other foot comes down. Lift up again. Extend your arms forward. Interlace your hands. Have your index fingers pointing forward. Leaning back slightly. Rounding the lower back. Upper back stays straight. Sternum is lifted. And then take a twist towards the right. Come up and over towards the left. Come up and over towards the right. Up again and over towards the left. Come up and then all the way up. We will repeat that using our breath. So extend your arms forward, lengthen, round your lower back to lean back. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you twist towards the right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Inhale, center, exhale, right. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Keep going. Do a few more of those. Make sure you haven't gone too far and you're not doing funny stuff with your hips. So your hips are absolutely still and you're still fairly high up. You're lengthening through the crown of the head and your chest is lifted. Yeah? So do 1 more round. Finish with a twist towards the left and release. Come up. All right. 1 more and then you're done. Extend your arms forward, lengthen, round your lower back to lean back just a little bit. Get hold of your opposite shoulders, holding here. You decide if you want to keep your feet down, you do that. You can also float them up. And then do gentle twist towards one side, back to the center and over to the other side. So gentle twisting. It's harder with the feet up, I think anyway. Do a few here. Very gentle twist. And I'm sure you can feel that in the core. I can feel it. Let's do 1 more round. And release. You're all done. Well done. Join me for another workout if you feel like doing more. Otherwise, I see you next time. Namaste. Thank you.